Yo, what's up, everybody? It's me again. I'm back again with another fucking video. Excuse my language. I feel like I say that every dang on video. But look, how you guys doing today? Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's, I guess I don't know, I guess out there prospering, out there trying to find their way. I'm doing well. I ain't gonna lie, kind of miss doing this YouTube stuff a little bit, man. As I mean, how am I doing? I mean, shoot, as usual, taking life day by day. It's pretty normal around here, you know what I mean? Last year, Happy New Year, everybody. 2023 was definitely a stellar year for your boy, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully 2024, I'm not even gonna say, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't really want to like jinx myself. I'm kind of like a go with the flow dude because I don't really want to have any like expectations, but I'm just hope. But then again, then again, as a human being, you want things to pan out like in your favor. But I don't know. I guess you just gotta wait and see what God has in store for you. But anyway, yeah, Happy New Year again, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever religion you are, whatever it is you celebrate. And I'm here to talk to you guys about basic the whole concept of this video is when to take things seriously and how to not take things seriously. Because as you guys know, as I've said in like previous videos, growing up, got with, quite a few times in my lifetime, got messed with, got, as you guys would call, bullied in a way, growing up, me trying to like explain my feelings that people basically telling me in a way like, oh, I don't know what I'm talking about, but it was just like, excuse me, at that time I felt like I knew what I was talking about, and then it made me kind of like question like, am I overthinking, or am I just like realize like, or am I just like thinking outside the box, and I'm just thinking like what these people are actually like doing to me. So it's like people will like throw like certain slurs at you, or throw like certain things at you to make you think like, yo, you like using your marbles or something like that. It's not us, it's you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not them, it's you, or whatever the heck it is, right? But yeah. So shoot, where do I start? I mean, basically, like growing up, it was just like it was just like I had to try to like figure out my way up on this whole not taking anything too seriously situation. Like, I'll give you guys like a few examples. Like a few years back, I've said this in like a excuse me again. I've said this in like a past video where it's just like one time, one of my cousins was like, she was asking me and my younger sister, saying like, oh, were we in like relationships and stuff like that. And I said yes, I had a relationship in the past. Obviously it didn't work out, and I guess she was just like good or whatever. And then my sister was just like, nah, I ain't never had no boyfriend, nothing like that. I ain't never been in no situation. And she was just like, oh, good, like, you gonna be something. And she was like, David, you better be something too. It's not like, oh, uh, like basically I just took it as, it was just like she didn't just say like, oh, I was meant for something. She basically was just like you better do something, like you better do something good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't think you're gonna do, like how I took it was just like, I don't think you're gonna do something, but it was just like, you better, because it's like you should too. You know what I mean? It can't just be just her. It's just like at that time I felt like, oh, you think like she's meant for something, but it's just like, I'm not sure if you at the time, and how I interpreted it was like, I don't know if you meant for something, but you better do something, because you can't just be out here just wasting your life and all that type of stuff. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You're a boy, basically. And I had a conversation with a buddy of mine not too long ago, and he said like, I don't think she was the one. I don't think she meant it like that, or whatever it is that he said. Um, yeah, y'all know Thomas. I've mentioned him in previous videos, and yeah, I basically really didn't know how to take that, because I've had people tell me in the past like I'm meant for something. Like, I've had my own parents tell me that. I've had, people who I've had conversations with, you know, within like, as I'm like going through life and stuff, like, oh, it's like it's like I'll give you guys maybe like an example or two. Um, like, I've had people say like, oh, I ask people like, do you play basketball? Because obviously I think I have the shape for it. I guess I'm just not that good at it. But maybe I have potential. I don't know. Never really dug that deep into it. Um, you know, uh, I've had people say, "Oh, you got a nice voice. You could be like a." I've had people say like, "Oh, you could be like a model, or you got the model body, or you could be like you could be like a sports announcer or whatever it is like that, or you could do like audio books and stuff like that." I haven't heard compliment. I haven't really heard like stuff like that in a while, but yeah, that's basically what people was telling me, and I just basically and I just basically at that time when my cousin had said that to me, I was just like, word, like you don't think I'm meant to do something? It was just like I better do something because it's just like I can't just be out here just like dilly dallying all the rest of my life. It was just like it was at the time it was like I didn't want to overthink it, but at the same time I didn't want to be like too gullible. Like, what did you mean by that? Like, did you do you think I'm meant for something, or it's just like or it's just like I better do something because it's like can't just be a bum the rest of my life because it's like what girls gonna want? Because don't no girls want no bum, you know. Obviously, like this is like you can't just be out here just wasting your life. You got things to do. It's like, oh, you better do something, but it's just like her. Like it's like I think she really meant for something. You know what I'm saying? Like she's special, something like that. And I was just like, man, man, I just was like that just was fucking me up. Like I just didn't know how to deal with it. It was just crazy. And so yeah, man, it's just like I've had people, and just aside from that, I'll give you guys another example. I've basically had people tell me like, oh, you take things too seriously, like, oh, you what was that one thing that one person had said to me one time? Oh, like I don't think like this. I remember this one person was saying like how I used to work at a place called Ruby Tuesday or whatever. Man, we don't even got to get into that, but I've had people say like I had this one dude say like when I guess they were talking about like girls and stuff like that, and then this dude, and then one of the cooks was like it's probably a long time since you heard that or something like. I guess somebody had said something sexual or whatever. In this generation, what isn't that fucking sexual? And I've had him say like, "Oh, you probably ain't heard that in a while." Like, and I've had people saying it around girls like, it's like we were looking at this one girl. She was walking. I was working at this one warehouse, and this one guy was like, saw like some of the. There was like a lot of Spanish girls that was working there, and this one girl with like a huge like backside was walking by, and both of them were just looking at her like, we brothers. What do you expect us to do, man? If we don't, then it's like we're gay and all that type of shit. But then again, that's another conversation. But anyway, he was just looking at me like, oh, you probably wouldn't even know what to do with that. And I was like, okay, it's it's cool. I can, it's cool. I didn't like it, but it's cool. And then it's like the more I figure out myself, it's like, man, I probably wouldn't know what to do with that if I'm being completely honest with you. And it's not me like talking down about myself. It's just me just keeping it real, being self-aware. I think people, damn, I just think people confuse the whole self-aware with talking down on yourself. I'm not talking down on myself. It's just like I have certain characteristics about myself that I'm willing to accept. It's not me talking down on myself. It's just I'm just keeping it real with myself. You, damn, what the hell? Why am I going through something as I'm trying to get through this video? But anyway, yeah. So that's one thing. It's just like when you take. So that was just a couple of examples, right? So it's just like when you have conversations with people, correct? You can't just like it's like you can take things seriously, but at the same time, if I do that one more time. But anyway, if you talking to somebody, right, or you going through whatever is type of situation you going through, it's like it's like it's kind of like it all ties back to the whole overthinking thing, which is something that I struggle with personally. So I think that's probably my worst habit. I have quite a few bad habits, but I think that's probably my worst habit. or one of my worst habits that I have about myself. And then again, it's just like you don't want to be gullible, but at the same time, you don't really want to you don't want to be. It's like you don't want to overthink it, because then again, it's just gonna make you feel more upset, and then it's gonna tie into your mental anxiety. It's just gonna make you more depressed, and then it's just gonna have you in a whole bunch of thoughts like just jumbled up on inside your head, and it's just like, is this the truth or is that not the truth? And then it just like it fucks you up, and it's like you can't sleep at night. Something that I go through, and it's something I'm sure that we all go through. But it's just like, but it's just like, man, it's real out here. I just don't get how people can just say how you don't have the right to take things too seriously. Like, you need to just relax. Like, nah, you kind of, from my perspective, I think you really do need to take certain shit seriously, because then again, you could be overlooking the fact that that person might have just disrespected you, but you was too nice, I guess, to realize that shit. So you how was it? You were just too gullible to realize that shit, so you just let that shit pass by. Meanwhile, if you let people disrespect you, and you just think like, oh, you just not, oh, that person just playing, then they're just gonna keep doing that shit to you, and just gonna keep being like an ongoing cycle, and then eventually that person is going to like put two and two together and put the pieces to the puzzle like all together, right? And then they're just gonna uh bring that situation to that person if it's bothering them too much, and we just gonna have to, and then eventually shit just might blow up, and the situation gonna be, may turn physical, and may just be the end of a friendship. Who knows, man? I'm just telling y'all, like, just stay woke, man, because it's like, it's real out here. Like, if you, it's like, life is so confusing. It's like, are you supposed to take things seriously, or are you not supposed to take things seriously? It's one of those like mental games where that people try to play on you when they say don't take things too seriously, because in other words, they're just saying like, oh, like, this is how I show my love or something like that. Like, when people keep on like just like throwing darts at you, throwing shots at you, doing all this other type of shit, and they're just gonna keep disrespecting you, and then you just gonna keep on letting it happen. It's gonna keep happening to you, and then eventually you're just gonna have to stand your ground. Like, no, like, listen, that's not how you show love. Because it's like, how the fuck am I supposed to know that you love me based on the fact that you keep messing with me? Like, that's not, that doesn't sound like love to me. Like, certain people just throw shots at each other because that's the way that we love you, or some shit like that, or at least that's what they say, right? Like, I've dealt with that shit with my own parents, but it's like, I don't really want to dive that deep into it because it's gonna make me sad. But oh, man, I just don't know, man. Life is just a roller coaster of emotions, and a roller coaster of thoughts, a roller coaster of every goddamn thing. But yeah, man. Hopefully y'all got what I was saying, cause it's real, boy. I can't really put into words how real it is out here in these streets. But look, man, I'm gonna end it like this. I love y'all. If y'all been sticking with me, I appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. Stay blessed. Stay real. Be true to you. Be yourself. Do all that type of stuff. And yeah, man. Hopefully we change the world with this shit, man. Hopefully we make the world. Hopefully, if I'm able to, I'm out here trying to save the world, but at the same time, it's just like, you can't save everybody, right? But if I'm able to change at least one person's life, that I ain't gonna lie, that's gonna feel a little good. I ain't gonna lie. But look, man, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate y'all for been riding with me throughout this damn weird ass YouTube journey I've been attempting to be on. And yeah, man, I'm gonna catch you on in the next video, whenever that is. And yeah, even though I'm trying to be more consistent. Lord, David, wake up! But look, save the music. I'm gonna end it off like this. Save the music, save the people, save the world. Peace.